World Cup after Josh Butler was done in at the IPL. Moves on by 1. Goes on to 53. Score moves up to 117 for 3.
So you said
21.
Sorry, the batsman's not allowed to leave the crease until the ball's been let go.
Correct.
And if he does, the run doesn't count.
Target.
The run doesn't count.
He's a legitimate target.
So they run 3.
Hafiz bowls outside the off stump, short of line, cutting it away. Couldn't find the gap between backward point and short third man.
Whatever scored off that ball does not count. That would cut it out so quickly.
This is too much of a batsman's game. Too much of a batsman's game. Same way we have it in one-day cricket. Shortened boundaries, heavier bats, all sorts of different fielding restrictions, everything else. One bounce up a batsman per over, per whatever. It's too much of a batsman's game.
Yeah,
and it's about time that the bowlers be given a fair shot. And when they do something perfectly legitimate, it should not have this false condemnation that everyone seems to have accepted. As he's down the track driving on the bounce towards short extra cover is Ben Stokes, and there is no run. And it remains 117 for 3 in the 21st over.
I think the spirit of cricket's a very important thing, personally, and I think it goes completely against it. It seems underhand.
I think too many people have down too many spirits of the alcoholic variety to talk that sort of nonsense about that being against the spirit of the game. A batsman is cheating, taking an unfair advantage, and the bowler is doing something unfair as he gets to the single.
If they're trying to run, I agree. If they're wandering aimlessly.
The end of the over, 118 for 3. Root is on 54. Stokes is 13. 21 overs completed. This discussion is going to have to continue at another time because I suspect a more civilized discourse.
I'm leaving. I'm packing my things and going to my mother's.
With Isha Guha taking over.
Can we complete the discussion over 12 3-minute rounds under the Marquis of Queensberry rules?
Yes. No, there are rules in boxing, that's the thing. You punch below the belt, I bet Fazir would be all in for that. In a nasty underhand advantage. No, I can't say, he's gone now. There's no right to reply. Isha, thank God. Punch below the belt. I've never been more relieved to see you in my life. I'm getting pulled to pieces by Fazir there.
I think Anthony Joshua had it easier.
He lost, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh no.
So I think I might just sidestep that conversation and...
No, I want your full and frank views on it. If I'm going to move on with my life, I need to know where you stand on this.
118 for 3 then England after 21 overs. Root just made it to 54, but Stokes is on strike on 13. He reverses Shoaib Malik, who bowls outside the off stump to the left-hander. It ends up at Wahab Riaz at short third, no run.
There's a short third and a backward point. I'm not sure this is the most intelligent shot from Ben Stokes. Too many people who can cut the run off or catch you out. There's a huge gap on the offside between long on and deep mid-wicket, however. No short mid-wicket.
Stokes. Caught. He's nicked through to the keeper, looking to step away and smash it through the covers. Shoaib Malik then, who last played a World Cup match 12 years ago, has picked up a wicket, and a crucial one at that, of Ben Stokes. His bat, he hangs it on his shoulders as he makes him walk back to the pavilion. That is massive. 4 wickets down now, England.
Yeah, huge wicket for Pakistan. This game is well and truly in their favour now. It wasn't that short, it wasn't there for cutting. Ben Stokes tried that reverse sweep the ball before. You can see the tension was building with him. He wanted to score boundaries. He went for the big cut shot. Smart catch, actually, because it's a fairly big deflection on the replay. He's gone for 13. And England are in a bit of trouble here. 4 down for 118. Got another 28 and a bit overs, but Josh Butler now the man coming to the middle. He and Joe Root, I feel, are the last real hope of England getting to 350. There are other people who can bat in the order, of course, but these are the guys who can actually win the game.
Absolutely. Well, there's still another 230 odd off the target. So Josh Butler, who can be so very explosive, he comes into the middle with England in a bit of trouble. 118 for 4 inside the 22nd. Shoaib Malik picking up a wicket with his second delivery. He's now pretty much at the stumps, walking towards us from the pavilion in his pale blue 1992 retro kit.
He's got no one to talk to either. Joe Root's run off for a wee, I think.
I've been trying to look for where Joe Root is, trying to see if he was hiding behind the umpire.
There's just his helmet, gloves and bat left on the field. Perhaps he's vanished in a puff of smoke. Oh, here he comes.
Yeah, sprinting out that long sleeve shirt towards his helmet, gloves and bat positioned on the floor next to Murray Erasmus. So Shoaib Malik just having a word. He has to be the man that sees England home. If they are indeed going to chase this down, it will be the most successful run chase in the history of the World Cup if they do it. Final ball of the over. Malik bowls. Root sweeps out to a man at deep backward square. So single off that last ball. 120 for 4 after 22. Frustration, you can see, is creeping in for Joe Root. He was hoping to get that a little bit finer or a little bit squarer. An orthodox sweep, but he generally plays very well and generally picks up 4 for it, Graham.
Yep, angry with himself. He just picked out the deep fielder. But the great thing for England with Joe Root there, he won't panic. And you'll know that if he's still there at the end, England are going to be very close or there. And Jos Buttler just has the luxury of a few balls to get his eye in. There's still 28 overs to go. Just over 220 runs, or 229 required.
Hafiz continues from the Ratcliffe Road end. Root on the back foot. Punches that, but that's stopped by mid-wicket diving to his right. Sarfaraz.
They are buzzing in the field.
Sprints out to congratulate Babar Azam.
Deep square leg has just sprinted in 60 metres to give him a high five. We didn't see this a week ago. They're wandering around, scuffing the floor with their studs, hiding from the captain when it was their turn to bowl. They're re-energised by their humiliation from the Windies.
Root still at the crease, bat down on the ground. He raises it now, back in his crease, pulling out for 4 on the leg side. 5-6 fielders out there at deep square and deep mid-wicket. The sound of Root reverberates all around the ground as he moves to 59, 124 for 4 inside the 23rd.
Yeah, I'll be happy with this one. This was the short ball he got in the last over. He hit straight to the fielder. This one he chose to go back and pull rather than sweep. Dissected the field beautifully.
Hafiz at the top of his mark. He's through and bowls again short, pulled away again, but finds the fielder this time at deep backward square, and he hangs his head back as he comes through for a single. Now his arms outstretched saying why. As he goes to 60 Root, 125 for 4.
And he's probably thinking, why didn't he just bang it out the ground? It really was a long hop. It's a short boundary there at deep backward square. It's not Joe's natural game to try and hit it over the ropes, but that was absolutely begging to be hit into Loughborough.
So Buttler, disappointment for him in that last match, as he failed to reach double figures. First time I think I've seen Buttler fail in a long time.
About 2 years, yeah. I think he was more shocked than anybody else as he walked up. There's a bemused silence around the ground.
Well, he's here now and he's in pretty early, crouches on the back foot, cuts, past short third, who's sprinting after it. Deep cover's running around to his left to collect it. They come back for 2, maybe 3. No.
Good fielding.
Yeah, Joe Root says no to the third. So 127 for 4, and another 2 picked up for Butler, who moves to 3.
Yeah, the fielder did well, sprinted around, just got rid of it as soon as he could. Therefore, the batsman turning can't judge whether the throw's straight. It probably was 3. So the throw wasn't over the top of the stumps, but an early release normally saves you a run.
2 birds fly up above the pitch as Butler works that to the leg side for a single.
What kind of birds were they?
Not entirely sure. 128 for 4.
Little ones.
Little ones. You can barely see. You can just see the silhouette of them. There they are. Can you
Andy
see them
strikes
in
me
the
as a man who
distance, over to the
knows
right?
birds. Did you see what they were?
You can't really tell what those are. Root, forwards, drives, but doesn't beat mid-wicket, who runs around to his left to collect it. So no run at the end of that over. 128 for 4 after 23, but they do pick up 7 from it.
Yeah, you see the difference. If there is a boundary in the over, going at 7 or 8, that's absolutely ideal. It's when there's no boundary, pressure really does mount on the batting team. Even though you look at the board and think there's a long time left, 27 overs. It's amazing when you're in the middle. You look at the ball and go, oh no, there's only 27 overs left. It's amazing what that pressure does.
Shoaib Malik's World Cup career bowling figures: 7 overs, 2 for 38, spread over 12 years, 3 months.
I wonder what Liam Blunkett's are, as Shoaib Malik continues around the wicket, the right arm spinner, to Jos Buttler, who's on 4, 2 men back in the deep on the leg side. As Butler pumps that down the ground. Is it a 6? No, it's been signalled a 4 by Murray Erasmus. 1 bounce into the fence, and it goes over the head of mid-off. That is dismissive. He moves to 832 for 4.
Absolutely, just over pitch, slightly wide of the off stump. Jos Buttler doesn't need a second invitation, despite that being only his 5th delivery. Happy to smack it over the top. Such is a modern player. You don't get any freebies now as a bowler. You don't get to steal an over anymore.
Are you saying you got to steal overs?
Absolutely. Take a wicket in the middle.
That fielder now
used
going
to block
out.
about 10 balls before they decided to hit you over the top.
Mid-off being sent back to the boundary. Deep cover comes inside the circle. Malik bowls. Butler on the back foot, driving to extra cover, no run.
I think he tried to manoeuvre that into the offside gap. Now deep covers come up. It's a good field actually, bowling round the wicket. You want your men deep, straight. It's a long hop if it gets cut for 4.
Butler opens the face, pushes to the offside, but no run. They do contemplate a single at one stage there, Butler and Root. But the ball is now back in Shoaib Malik's hands. The spider cam hovers above the offside field. Inside edge, and it heads on out to mid-wicket. Forceful drive from him, no run.
He's trying to play against the spin. His eyes have lit up by that fielding change by Pakistan, so it's a good change. That was inside edge, so there's obviously a bit of turn for Shoaib Malik.
Malik, who's again bowling. Butler right into his crease, pushing that to extra cover.
And you can hear around the ground every dot ball greeted by a bit of a cheer and claps from the Pakistan supporters. All adds to the tension and the pressure on the England batsmen.
Final ball of the over then, 4 dot balls. Butler clips that to the leg side, fine leg running around to his left. He'll pick up at 1 for it at the end of the over. 24 overs have been bowled, 133 for 4 in reply. England 60 to Root, Butler 9, 348 on the board for Pakistan. Just a quick one of what you thought of that first innings and how England bowled.
I don't think their bowling was that bad. It didn't have the penetration you'd hope at the top. I think the wicket's good. Their fielding, however, was under 11s today. Just very strange as well for Jason Roy to be culpable of a couple of bits of glaring, well, a couple of glaring mistakes, I'll say. Very strange. I can't really put my finger on it.
Well, what is it? Because it became a little bit contagious, didn't it? There were a few misses in the field. Buzzers, no one backing up, drop catches. Chris Wokes was the only one who really stood out. He held all of his catches.
Good old Wokesy. Never lets you down. Just one of those days, I think. You can't really point the finger at England's field and say needs work. It was just one of those days.
I suppose it's hard when your standard is so high and you have a good day in the first match as Butler is down the track to Hafiz bowling from the Ratcliffe Road end. It pops up, but he hasn't got any bat on it. No run is taken.
It's well bowled. He took the pace off the ball. I think he saw Butler coming, or sensed that he might be coming down the wicket. So chucked it down there short of a length.
So the two old-timers for Pakistan operating from both ends as Hafiz bowls again on the back foot. Butler working that out to deep square for a single. Moves to 10, 134 for 4 inside the 25th. And deep cover is now in position. Long off, in fact, will come into the circle. Wahab Riaz's position there at mid-off. Hafiz bowls. Root this time on the back foot out to deep mid-wicket for a single. He moves to 61, 135 for 4.
Yeah, the long off coming in to Joe Root. They're bowling a very straight line, the off-spinners. Old-fashioned line almost, turning it into the pads. They know that Joe's a classical player and will just hit the ball where it deserves to go. However, he goes back to Josh Butler.
Butler crouches, a little shoulder shimmy before he launches that into the mid-wicket boundary. He has got a lot of distance on that and a lot of lift over into the stands for 6. He moves to 16, 141 for 4.
Not very short either. Slightly back of a length. Josh Butler absolutely rapid on his feet, using the crease. An incredible hand speed. I don't think he got all of this at all. I think it was a bit bottom of the bat, sorry, and it's gone 80 metres.
He pounced on that so quickly. He's on the back foot again this time, punching past extra cover, comes through for 1. Sent back after they think about the 2. And the score moves to 142 for 4. Root on 61, Butler on 17. Graham Swan has made way for Michael Vaughan. Welcome back to you, Michael.
Afternoon, Ish. All good?
Yeah, very well, thank you. 1 ball left of this over from Hafiz, the right arm spinner. Oh, he's just pulled out of it. I'm not entirely sure why. Umpire might have said something to him. And well, part of the problem is they've got 5 fielders out, so that's why. Wahab Riaz sitting on his heels out at long off. He's had to come in.
Played for a while, has he?
That's true. Hafiz drops the ball at the top of his mark. He's now ready to go. Final ball of the over. Root advances. He launches down the ground. Has it got enough legs to go over the top? It has just. I think his heart was in his mouth for a second there, Joe Root. But it heads into the stand. Short boundaries here at Trent Bridge. Root moves to 67 and 148 for 4 on the board after 25 overs. Michael?
Yeah, just enough from Joe Root there. 67 off 62. I'm surprised with Pakistan's captain that he didn't turn straight to Shadab Khan as soon as Butler got out there. He's got 7 overs left in the tank, and I thought he was keeping plenty of overs in his lock of 4. Butler has struggled. He's struggled in the IPL with a bit of leg spin. Wahab Riaz is going to replace Shoaib Malik. Just a little bit of a momentum change the last couple of overs.
So, simple equation, 201 for England to win this game off 25 overs. And Wahab Riaz, like you say, is coming to the attack quite bouncy as he comes through his run-up. He's now going to rehearse a couple of deliveries to mid-off.
Yeah, well, what Pakistan have managed to do is get rid of the 5th bowler. Mohammad Hafiz has bowled 7 overs, 143, and Shoaib Malik's bowled 3, so they don't have to go searching for another over.
Unless one of these bowlers goes the distance. Butler faces up to Riaz. Short ball pulled away. There is a man out there patrolling. He has to dive to his right. It's hit with some force. Butler, who just gets a single for it, moves to 18, 149 for 4. Root then on 67. He's played quite nicely up until this point. Got a little frustrated at times, missed a couple of boundaries, but the important thing for England is that he is still there. He now just has a little play with his gloves, spins the bat in his hand, and is now set up and ready to face the left arm quick. Riaz running towards him, bowls. Root on the back foot, drops it in front of him, no run.
Yeah, I think Zafar Ahmed has said to Wahab Riaz, just charge in, just try and make something happen. You just feel that if Pakistan get one wicket, it could be game over for England. I know they bat deep, but just feel that the game will rest on Joe Root being the glue and Buttler striking a very quick 80 to 100.
Wahab Riaz, arms pumping, bowls short again. Root doesn't get hold of it, but he's still got enough on it to go out to deep square. 150 up then for England, and Root moves to 68. Appreciation from the England fans that have filled out this stadium here at Trent Bridge. There are plenty of Pakistan fans who were going ballistic towards the end of that first innings. As we saw with Bangladesh yesterday, loads of fan support for the various different countries at this World Cup. There is a Toughers and Vaughan show on 5 Live from 7 p.m. tonight with special guest Sam Billings, available as a podcast later. Get your thoughts on that in a second, Vaughanie, as Riaz bowls short again to Buttler. Two bounces into the man at deep square. As Buttler pulls it, comes through for 1, moves to 19, 151 for 4. What do you talk about, Vaughanie?
Well, I'm sure we'll be talking about this game, Ish. It's clear to me that the tactic to
Butler. I thought you'd already recorded it.
No, it's live. We're on live tonight. We've they're very risky. I was on live on Radio 5 Live. Yeah, we want people to get involved. Text 85058. Use the 5 Live Sport on social media, or email. We've got our own email now. Toughers and Vaughan at bbc.co.uk. You can just email whatever you wish.
Oh dear.
Could be about the game, could be about anything. Just your normal life.
Root pulls another short ball. He's on the offence here, Wahab Riaz. I think I can count 4 short balls in this over as Root comes through for a single. The throw comes in 152 for 4 inside the 26th.
Just looking at that front foot of Wahab Riaz, you've got Ray Erasmus just staring down at the footing holes there. Whether he's getting too close, he's just giving a little bit of a warning that getting close to that front line. Now he's bowled 2 balls so far to Buttler, and both have been short.
Final ball of this over then from Riaz. He pulls out this time of his run. I've seen it a couple of times today. That's why the fans are booing. Has been a little bit frustrating. This time it's the bowler's offence. Buttler then, he stands at the edge of his crease, just scanning the field as he sets up once more. Open stance to the left armour. He comes across and then he gets the ramp out, as we so often see, and he picks up 4. What a shot that is, but he plays it so much now in international cricket. We really do expect it from him. He moves to 23, 156 for 4 after 26 overs. A bit from you, Vaughanie, and then it'll be Jonathan Agnew.
Well, this is brilliant from Buttler, because that fine leg had just gone wide with square leg on the boundary because of those short balls trying to get Buttler to top edge a pull shot. Buttler saw that and thought, I'm just going to go fine. It's all the time in the world to just flick the ball. Just moves himself to the offside. Just kind of flicks it with his right hand. Buttler walked out there. Well, Pakistan have allowed Buttler to get to 23 off 17 before he sees the leg spinner.
So Shadab bowling his wrist spin, moves away from us, bowls and Root drives him for 1 out. where England are as far as the game is concerned. It's usually pretty accurate, that, and route forward plays out to cover.
Well, about 4 overs ago they were 60 behind. So they're creeping their way back into this contest, England.
On 62 for 4. Shadab again on his way, tosses it up, a low full toss, and Root sweeps him out to deep mid wicket. There's a man there running round to his left who throws the ball in from a shortish boundary, so there's no chance of a second. On 63 for 4 with a ball to go in the 27th over. Sun behind cloud at the moment, and actually the forecast for Thursday, for those of you who are coming along here, the Trent Bridge seems to have improved a great deal. Looks like a nice day for Australia, West Indies. Shadab again, skips in over the wicket, bowls short, the wrong one, which is played off the back foot by Buttler. He's got into that gap again into the offside. Fielder chases round. When Buttler hits the ball, it seems to keep going, and they'll get 3 here because the man out there on the deep point boundary, Hassan Ali, had to, on his hands and knees, scoop the ball to Riaz to throw back. So actually to get 3 to that side boundary out there is a good effort. But it does, when Buttler hits it, it just, well, the fielders are always having to chase, aren't they? Rush, because it's just got that little bit of extra on it.
I'm just looking at the umpires here. They're having a chat with Sarfraz Ahmed. Something's not right with the ball.
There's been a bit of a hoo-ha about the number of bounces in, and there was an incident a few moments ago where from within the circle the fielder threw it in 2 bounces to the wicketkeeper. Not allowed to do that, and so the 2 umpires here have had a word with Sarfraz, who's now having a word with, that was Imam ul Haq, I think, there mid-off. Not sure he's got to do with it.
I think Sarfraz is signaling to his players on the boundary, you've got to throw it in 1 bounce, not 2 bounces.
Yeah.
To be fair, you know, England were doing a similar thing.
Yeah.
Actually, so I think
he's waving round to every fielder and telling them the same thing. So the captain's doing his job here.
Yep.
Making sure you only throw it in on the 1 bounce, so that the ball doesn't get scuffed up, so it doesn't get dirty. That's the reason. They're very strict about it. So, well, the skipper, they made absolutely clear.
You generally say that you double your score after 30 overs, 31 overs. England are well on target for the runs. It's just generally double the score once you're 2 wickets down or fewer. England have lost 4 wickets, and I just feel that with the pressure of the game, to lose Buttler in particular at this stage. I mean, Ali's not been in tremendous form, has he?
No.
These 2 have got to take it deep.
Here's Riaz from that far end and bowls, and Buttler turns the ball away, squared up a little out towards mid-on. It's picked up, intercepted on the way by Babar Azam, and there's no run.
46 runs in the last 5 overs after there'd just been 12 in the previous 4.
Yeah, you can feel, well, it's Buttler, isn't it? Just 31 from 21. Root's also, though, ahead of the rate, if you like. 71 from 68 as Riaz from the far end bowls now just short of a length, and Buttler stands up. He's surprised by that one. He's actually changed his mind in his stroke there.
Yeah, and I think if I was Sarfraz Ahmed, I'd be saying to Wahab, just try and bowl as straight as you can and hit the pitch, you know, full of length hard, and try and make Buttler play a big shot. You know, don't gift them any freebies. Don't give them like little glances on the legs, any width to just throw the arms at the ball. Just try and make them play some tremendous shots.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got it in them to do so. That's what you'd be saying as a fielding captain.
Mid on and mid off, both up at the moment. Riaz on his way, bowls very wide. Buttler didn't quite get hold of that, and in fact Riaz fell over. He's still sitting there on the pitch, having bowled that. Something went wrong there, whether he slipped, I'm not sure. It was a very wide ball, and Buttler's looking a little ruefully at his bat. He knows he rather missed out there. He's tapping the handle now with his fist. More cheers. Terrific atmosphere here today. Pakistan supporters, if they'd been here on Friday as well, having a somewhat better day, because they're pretty glum around about 2 o'clock on Friday. Very quiet, but today very different. They feel they can win this game. 167 for 4. Riaz on his way, bowls. Root's got a little faint edge for 4. It's a lucky one there, genuine edge, and Sarfraz couldn't get there. It went through a vacant second slip.
Just watching Joe Root here, he's nodding his head and shaking his head to say the ball's doing something. It wasn't a great shot, it's just the angle from over the wicket. He's shaking his head again, he's shaking his head towards the umpire.
He's not happy about something, is he?
No, he's not. Well, it's just he hasn't done a great deal.
No,
It's just the angle from left arm over. He actually went a bit leg side with his feet, so he was playing with half a bat.
Yeah, that ball went absolutely straight. They put on 53 now from 38 balls, and Riaz moves in again, bowls, and Root's on the back foot, playing down a backward point. Mustn't get distracted about whatever it is that's just preying on his mind here. Root has got a big job to do, and it's not fair to put all responsibility on one person, but he's got to get a big score here.
I can see where it gets a little bit complicated, because backward point, now Wild Rib is into Joss Bull. It's getting a bit heated here, because I'm pretty sure that England aren't happy with the state of the ball. I mean, I've not seen anything of any swing or seam that suggests that there's something happening. And backward point, he's allowed to throw it at the non-striker's end.
Yes.
And all he's done is pick the ball up and he's thrown it at the non-strikers. There's clearly an issue.
Riaz again bowls, back goes Root, steering the ball to third man, and a bit of a waft of his bat there as he ran past Riaz as well. Let's have a look. Murray Erasmus is moving in. He's just handing Wahab his sweater. There's a word there, I think, from Wahab towards Root, but quite a cunning one, and he said it, I think, on the turn. And now there's a conversation going on between the experienced Hafiz, the wise old head really, and he's saying to Murray Erasmus, what's up? And now Joe Root's having a word with the umpire. Yes, there's something going on.
Well, I just think that, as a batting player, you've got to stay really focused and concentrate on hitting the ball.
Murray Erasmus was actually showing Joe Root the ball.
Yeah, so Root's not happy, is he? He thinks there's something going on with this ball. It's not doing a great deal.
No, but I'm not sure that actually it's Root's business to ask to look at the ball either. But
yeah, let's be honest, England were doing the same in the field.
Yeah. Oh well, a bit of niggle coming in. 172 for 4. Shadab over the wicket, bowls, and Root is forward. Doesn't time that attempted push for 1 through point. It's picked up a cover. 172 for 4 in the 29th over. The target 349. It's a tall order for England. They were poor in the field today. Pakistan capitalised to come up with a very good attitude. They played well, but England gave away chances. Shadab again bowls, a little too short, and that allows Root to go on the back foot and this time carefully place the ball away for that single that he was looking for to the man on the boundary on the offside. 173 for 4. The sun with us fleetingly, a bit of blue sky around. No need for the floodlights today, which tower over the ground. And now Butler settles down over his bat. Shadab, 4 or 5 paces, moves in, bowls to him. There's a bit of slow spin there away from the right-hander, but again a little bit short. And Butler again just carefully placed the ball through that gap. 174 for 4. Butler 33, Root 77. You just feel this is the partnership that is going to make or break this game as far as England's concerned. Shadab again on his way, bowls. It's tossed up and Root drives him. Again, just a carefully placed stroke, this time to Shoaib Malik. And below us here at long on. Various mutterings about England's over 8, Michael.
Yes, that report here that Owen Morgan risks being hit with a 2-match ban after England's poor over 8.
It was very slow.
Pakistan today.
Here's the next one. Hit him on the pad. Appeal for leg before wicket. The umpire says no. And they're going to review this. He was half forward.
Thank you.
And we'll have a listen.
TV umpire director. Player review for LBW.
Sarfraz Ahmed's not keen on this.
Decision not out. Start with the front foot, please.
I think a sliding leg side-ish.
Maybe height as well.
Well, it's a big moment.
It's a fair delivery. Can you go to front on spin vision, please?
Pali Guruja is the umpire. Well, let's have a look to see if there's anything on this. We're looking at it front ways down. I think
can you just
leg side-ish as well.
Back, please?
It's hitting above the flat, above the knee roll.
It's going to be a height, surely.
Appears to be ball close to the bat. I would like to see the ultra edge, please.
I think at very best,
Pakistan can hope
for is an umpire's call. There's nothing on the edge.
Roll forward. Go forward. Yeah, flat line when the ball passes the bat. Can you go to ball tracker when you're ready, please?
Okay, here we go. We up here we don't think this is out.
Ball tracking coming out. Robbie, impact in line.
Red missing.
Wickets are missing. wickets missing. Can I have the on-field umpire on camera, please?
So Pakistan lose their review. England lost theirs early.
Just looked to me like it was a top spinner. Just traps Jos Buttler on the crease. Just did for him, he didn't pick it. Exactly why Shadab Khan should have bowled to Buttler straight away when he came out there. There's one area that you could target Buttler, as early in his innings against leg spin. Happened in the IPL a lot.
175 for 4. So basically England are halfway there. They've lost 4 wickets. Shadab bowls the lowish arm this time. Buttler cracks that off the back foot.
Makes a different sound, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Butler's bat.
It does, it does.
Crisp.
Now, not too hands on hips up there as well. Young Shadab's having a discussion with umpire Ravi about something or other. It's tense, and this is the difference in one-day international cricket, when each game really, really matters. And I keep going on about this, but when you have a series of 5 games, of course you want to win every match, but you know that if you do lose, well, you're playing again in 3 days' time. But these World Cup games it's just different. There's so much more at stake, so much more intensity about them. 176 for 4, Buttler 34, Root 78. Riaz is going to continue. He's waving to his fine leg. Move him a little bit closer towards us, actually, a little bit finer. Someone's interviewing Batman or somebody up there on the screen. They look like Batman or one of those superheroes. Anyway, as Riaz comes in, bowls, he's got 4, just past the outstretched Sarfaraz. Getting straight, it didn't swing or seam, but Riaz unlucky. 180 for 4.
Oh, they've got to get Buttler out. That's what the mindset of Sarfraz Ahmed has to be. He's got to be, I've got to get him out.
Yeah. Sulmid offer up. Target 349. Riaz moves in, bowls to Buttler with a grunt. Butler's on the back foot. Rolls up to cover. 180 for 4. And who'd like to have been playing it. He took that very good catch earlier on, or thought that he had. Now I think he's told Sarfaraz to put a slip in. 180 for 4. Here comes Riaz then. He bowls to Buttler. He takes a big step across to his offside. Flicks us away down to fine leg. He'll try and push for 2, but he won't get it because the throws are already on the way.
It's amazing, isn't it, Aggers, when you think that England are still so far away, but the tension.
Yep. Well, you know, it's not necessarily beyond them. That's the thing, isn't it? But
oh, definitely. But you just feel the whole just pack that region from around the slip to backward point. Having a conversation now, I'm not too sure what this is. Wahab Riaz to the skipper. He's probably asking, should I go around
the field. Catches have gone down, so it's worrying times because this was expected. Root and Butler together and looking to attack Pakistan. Charlie here with me. Charlie, things not working for Pakistan.
No, it
makes something happen.
Well, I still wouldn't be too worried at the moment. Look, Duckworth Lewis is always a good indication.
Yeah.
What for 4 and Butler on to 45. But look, this is the partnership that wins or loses the game you fancy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and if Butler stays in for another half hour, then anything possible. The amount he can accelerate, and look, he's still 45 not out from 32 deliveries, and that would be my biggest worry, because he really gets on with it after reaching 50 if he does. So Root damps this down towards short third man. Butler wants a quick single, and he is so swift. Granted, he's got the advantage of running to the batsman's end after getting a bit of a head start, but still have to be quick. 189 for 4. Wonder what's going through the mind of Sarfraz behind the stumps. Where's he gonna pick it? I won't be averse to shoving the ball back to Mohammed Amir for an over or two.
Yeah, I think I'm hopeful that Shadab will make it happen.
This gets thrust through the offside. Sorry, Rameez, for a single. 190 for 4.
Yeah, because he's bowled decently, even though they played him rather nicely. But one wrong and one magic ball, one leg spinner that turns a little bit more than you expect could do the job.
Shadab kicks his heels as he runs in.
Shot.
This is cut away by Joe Root. Try to squeeze England as best they can, but it's this partnership which they need to see the back of, as this is swept hard by Joe Root in front of square. Asif Ali fields at deep mid wicket. Another single taken, so 4 singles and a 2 so far this over, and England will be more than happy
like Versace rich. Jay-Z and Beyonce rich. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. Diamonds on my body rich. Smelling like Versace rich. Jay-Z and Beyonce rich. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm rich. Say rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Smelling like Versace rich. Jay-Z and Beyonce rich. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Diamonds on my body rich. Smelling like Versace rich. Jay-Z and Beyonce rich. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm rich. Diamonds on my body rich. Smelling like Versace rich. Jay-Z and Beyonce rich. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm rich, I'm rich.
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car. Hit the button, drive real far. Put that record on me like. I'm dreaming of you. I dream of a new life. Fighting the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you
but don't think that is what I would usually do. You know it's just like I felt the heat the moment he pressed his lips up against mine. Don't wanna fuck this whole thing up like I do every time. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I'm fire in my heart, yeah. In the quiet, all my thoughts run free. So I drown them out at night with my TV. You know I got to try to ignore these thoughts that go back and forth inside my head. I should stop before I'm in too deep and I can't go back. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I'm fire in my heart, yeah. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I'm fire in my heart, yeah. To get out of this maze and run, please strike me thunder. Let me get closer to the light. Please strike me thunder. So I can be free. Please strike me thunder. Let me get closer to the light. Let me go under the water till I can breathe right.
Everything falls into place the minute you leave and give me space. I wanna know how it feels to live and let go without being put in my place. I'ma just dive right into the wild side, and I'ma ride the wave until I die. Until I die.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Feel the wind touch our face. Let's take a spin to a foreign place. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape, let's escape. Let's escape. Let's escape. Close through the night. I won't let go until the sunrise. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Wave goodbye to your city life. Say hello to the desert sky. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape to a world we don't know. Escape into the great unknown. Escape, let's escape. Let's escape.
surrender my heart to you, only you. These lights all around me keep blinding my eyes from you and the truth. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me why. I know, no, no, you won't save my life, save my life. If you keep on your making the waves, you and I will never be safe, be safe. If the walls come down, will you pick me off the ground? If the walls come down, will you save me or burn me down? I was ready to surrender my heart to you, only you. These lights all around me keep blinding my eyes from you and the truth. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me why. I know, no, no, you won't save my life, save my life. If you keep on your making the waves, you and I will never be safe, be safe. If the walls come down, will you pick me off the ground? If the walls come down, will you save me or burn me down?
If we are one grain of sand in the middle of the ocean, can you try to understand how a touch can cause explosions? Rise up, I'm too great to be landed. Rise up, we're too great to be standing.
They ain't never gonna stop us, fly at 'em like choppers, better cook those risks, cold blood in my fists, we fire starters, one out of a million will reach those heights, always had a feeling that I won't deny that work, never could die, look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise. Rise, cutting my size, trying to make sense of it all comprised. Yeah, highs, been in these skies. Never stuck down, feeling paralyzed, but I'm up now. We all too late to fall. Yeah, anyone coming up, I left them all. Never look down when it's risk involved. They got guts, gotta learn, I gotta wish it all. Ain't got no feelings, we just floating. Yeah, I'm that grain of sand that made it out the ocean. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name around the world like an explosion.
So rise up, rise up. We are the apocalypse, and a pair that keeps us floating. As we fly above the stars, the light won't scare us falling. So rise up,
fire starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never the toss. Look at my eyes. I'm on the rise.
It's easy to set a young heart on the run, to see it crashing out the sky, falling one by one. Walking alone on the coldest night. There's nothing I can ever say to change your mind. I gotta live without your love. We've said goodbye. There's nothing I can ever say to change your I need to know if you'll give me a second chance. They don't come around often, but please, you know I can't stand it when you don't talk to me. When you don't talk to me, yeah. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it. No, I can't hide it anymore. Seem to get you off my mind, and I know it's true, and I'll say this to you, I want you back. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it. No, I can't hide it anymore.
Yeah. a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. They say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Redemption never came.
Looks like we've come to the end of the road. There's no point in running away now. I'd rather sleep until the storm is gone. She'd rather be shooting at me now. I know it will end up in anger. I don't think we grew up, we just became older. She's aiming her words, ready to fire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire.
We ain't perfect, no. It's a work in progress. Good things go slow. I'm no saint. I fall and you pick me up again. You got your habits, got them too. Just be like me, I could lose them